how you actually started this journey of well-being, mindfulness, and self-development.
I really didn't believe in mental health before. I thought it was kind of like I had to force myself to overcome and heal myself and tell myself, you don't have to be this certain way to be accepted or loved.
And if somebody feels stuck out there and they don't know what their purpose in life is, what advice would you give them?
Ask yourself this question. When was the last time you were truly, truly, truly happy? Like you weren't thinking about anything else. You were just in that moment, experiencing life for what it was. You literally had no other thought of doing anything else. I remember my last dance. I remember my last performance. I remember the last time I was in the position of where I got to savor and live in that moment. We always have a last podcast. We always have a last performance.
Hey everyone, I'm your host, Anna Lawson.
You are watching To Live with Purpose.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Live with Purpose. I'm Anna Lawson, your host. And here each and every week, we dive into a question that is more powerful than it seems. What do I want? What is my life's purpose? Now, here's something fascinating. According to research from Harvard and the University of Virginia, people would rather give themselves electric shocks than spend time alone with their thoughts. Now, this tells us something really important. Most of us are conditioned in a way and aren't used to tuning inwards into our own inner world of our thoughts, feelings, and desires. We are so busy chasing what our parents wanted from us, what society says is success, or what looks good on Instagram or social media. But here's the science-backed truth. When we align with what experts call intrinsic motivation and we focus more on our inner world of thoughts and feelings, we experience higher well-being, more joy, more creativity, and we even create better relationships. That's what this space is all about, helping you get back in touch with you, your vision, your voice, and your purpose. Because when you align with who you truly are, you radiate confidence, happiness, and you vibrate at a different frequency. And that kind of energy is truly contagious. It changes your relationships. People want to bond with you and spend time with you. Your work status changes. Your entire life changes. And the research shows it even changes how you walk into a room. So let's dig in and let's get really clear on what you want your life to be about. And I'm so excited to have today here with us wellness coach, speaker, upcoming author, Vivian Ralena Williams. Hi.
Hello. So nice to meet you, Anna. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. You are awesome also. That's why we have you here. Our today's guest, Vivian Ralena Williams, didn't set out to become a voice for healing. She simply started telling the truth about her own. She can talk about heartbreak in a way that makes you feel like you're finally breathing again. She began sharing her story not to offer perfectly packaged advice, but to speak the kind truth that most people are too afraid to say out loud or haven't even really thought about yet. Now, with her upcoming books, Thank You for Breaking Me, a written tool for healing heartbreak, and Hey You, a daily motivational quote book, as well as a blossoming speaking career. Vivian is emerging as one of the most genuine new voices in the personal development space. She isn't promising quick fixes or polished perfection. Instead, she offers something far more valuable: honest conversations about how we pick up the pieces, find our footing, and move forward with grace, humor, and resilience. In a culture obsessed with surface-level perfection, Vivian is refreshingly real, proof that even our most painful chapters can be rewritten into something beautiful. I just have to mention that we connected through a mutual friend that was on our show in season 1, actor and producer Douglas Vermeeren.
Yes.
So we connected and he said all the best things about you and your upcoming books and about you becoming a really important figure in a personal development space. So we are so honored to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor for me to be here.
Amazing. So tell the audience a little bit about your beginnings and how you actually started this journey of well-being, mindfulness, and self-development.
Of course. So I have always had a special place for public speaking and motivational speakers, because when I was in high school, a motivational speaker came to one of our pep rallies.
Who is
I don't remember who it was, but he was an NFL player. He was retired, but he was just so cool. He had a hat on, and he just commanded the entire room. And there was a moment that I felt full body chills, and like I got way too excited. Everybody else, I was like, are you guys feeling this right now? And nobody was half as excited as I was. But I felt something in my heart and soul in that moment. I was like, maybe this is something that I need to be doing.
It resonated with you on a deeper level.
Yes. And I didn't really pursue that because I was dancing at the time. I was on drill team and made that a lifelong, or not lifelong, I made it a career for over a decade. So I was a backup dancer, I was a professional cheerleader, I was a choreographer, fitness instructor. So I did all of that for a while. But it was really hard on my mental health because you have to be a specific way. You have to look a certain part. And if you don't, then you kind of get...
You do not get picked or don't pass the auditions, or
exactly. You kind of,
Mm-hmm.
you go through the ringer. A lot of things happen in that world and in that space that can really deeply hurt you on an emotional and spiritual, mental level. I really didn't believe in mental health before. I thought it was kind of like, okay, it's
just some affirmations.
Just like what is it really that bad? It can get so bad. It can get so
It's very competitive and very just kind of perfection oriented. Like you have to be all perfect, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Well, I just didn't think that I had to work on my mental health because I was just naturally so happy and so excited. And so when I was pushed up against a situation where I wasn't good enough, I wasn't enough, it was like shaking me to my core, to where I was like, I started believing it. I started believing everything else, and then I self-sabotaged and it spiraled. And then through being at my lowest, I had to force myself to overcome and heal myself and tell myself, you don't have to be this certain way to be accepted or loved. You need to love you for you.
Exactly.
And then you can love other people better. You can show up for other people better.
You don't have to fit in somebody else's idea or vision.
Exactly.
You just be who truly you are.
Yes, and that's not the way in that world.
Oh, that's not how any of us
right?
are conditioned.
And
this is just not.
The entertainment world is hard. And no matter where you're in that space, you want to be the best you can be. You want to be accepted. You want to be loved. You want to be appreciated. You want to be valued. You want to be revered. And if you start to go into a space where it's competitive and other people want to do that too, then it gets a little nasty,
Because you always have a feeling that, because I'm coming also from background in acting, you always have the feeling that somebody needs to like you or approve you and give you the green light.
Yes.
So it's not about who you are, it's about what they need.
Yes.
And that can be very tough for somebody who is
exactly. And it's so hard to love yourself in that kind of space when people are saying, well, you're not enough.
A lot of rejection.
Yeah, a lot of rejection all the time.
Now performing something else, which is even more in alignment with who you truly are.
Yes.
So that's better. But I want to go back to that experience of the motivational coach coming to your school. So you remember that feeling that you had.
Yes.
And you came back to that when?
Well, I knew I've always loved books and I've always wanted to be an author. I love writing. I've been writing poetry since I was a little girl and writing journals all since I can remember. But I put that on the back burner to pursue dance and to live in that space. And it was wonderful, but I felt like maybe it is time for me to go into this space, and maybe all of that stuff that was difficult had to happen in the dance world for me to become this person. And I don't regret any of it. I'm not mad at anyone for it. It was just really hard. It was tough for me to overcome all those things, but it made me who I am. And
now you're grateful.
Yes, I'm so grateful. And I think that gratitude should be practiced and taught in a way that no matter what you're going through, it's something to be grateful for, because you're still living and you don't know what this purpose is. You know, you don't know what that is for.
It's actually maybe serving you
Yes.
in a greater way. You can
100%.
see. Amazing. And then you decided, you made a decision to leave the dance world.
Yes.
You're not doing that professionally anymore.
Well, I couldn't, my mental health was so bad. Like anytime I would step into a space, I would start judging myself. I would stop performing and I'd start to just think, you don't look good, or you didn't do this good enough. Or I was just being overly judgmental to myself, and I was not loving myself in the way that I needed to. So in order for me to get back to who I am innately, I had to take a step back and I had to be like, listen, girl, you got to put yourself first. You got to put your health first. And even though you love this, you can go to Zumba. Go to Zumba class.
Yes.
Yeah, go to Zumba class.
Exactly. It is so freeing, and doesn't have to be perfect. You
Yes.
just need to go out there and dance a little bit and you feel better.
Yes.
But this way you can serve, I believe, the humanity in a different way.
I think a higher way.
A higher way, and share your story that is going to inspire other people to do the same and stay strong in the face of challenges.
Yes.
That is really amazing. And so you decided to be a speaker. I know you have 2 books coming up.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And we're going to just take a quick break and take a look at this segment about power of focus, because I really truly believe in order to create the life that you want, even when you find out what it is, you will really need to stay very focused in order to make that happen. And the research shows that most people are actually lacking focus in order to create success or the life that they want. So we want to pay attention of how focused we are on ourselves and throughout our days. So we'll take a quick break. Let's take a look at this segment. Have you ever wondered why it feels so hard to change, even when you really want to? Here's something most people miss. Real transformation doesn't start with willpower. It actually starts with focus. According to Dr. Joe Dispenza, focus isn't just a mindset shift. It's how we rewire our brain to create the life that we truly want. Let's break this down. Every time you focus on a clear intention with emotion, you're firing new neural pathways. You're telling your brain, this is real. This is who I'm becoming. But most of us, we wake up and we are on autopilot. We mentally rehearse our problems. We think the same thoughts, we feel the same emotions, and we repeat the same patterns. And then we actually wonder why nothing ever changes. But Dr. Joe Dispenza says it best. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So if your attention is scattered, so is your life. But if your focus is clear and consistent, that's when transformation starts to happen. So how do you train your brain to focus on the life that you truly want? Try this 3-step daily focus practice. 1. Define your vision. 3 to 5 minutes. Close your eyes in the morning and visualize one part of your life that you want to create or improve. Be very specific. See it and feel it. What does success look like to you and how does it feel? 2. Anchor the emotion. Emotion is the glue for transformation. Let yourself feel the gratitude, joy, and confidence as if it's already yours. This tells your body and your brain, we are living this now. This is happening now. 3. Set a focus word or a phrase. Pick one word or a phrase that embodies your intention for the day, like clarity, growth, or lead with intention. Write it down, keep it visible, and return to it whenever you feel distracted. This isn't just visualization, it's cognitive training. You're training your brain to tune out noise and tune into possibility and focus only on what truly matters. So you don't need more hustle, you need more focus. Focus is your superpower, and every day you get to choose where it goes. So we encourage you to be very mindful of what you're focusing on throughout your day. What is one thing that you do every day that gives your life meaning? Like, is it a morning ritual? It is something, is it a meditation, any form of self-care? Is there anything that you do daily, like a habit that sets you up for success?
I think I love to post motivational videos on social media because I feel like it gives back. Like it gives me purpose in helping, healing other people. So I practice my own gratitude every day, every morning and every night before I go to bed.
Amazing. And then what is your morning routine? Like when you wake up, do you have a morning routine?
Well, I wake up and I allow myself to gradually wake up. and I meditate. Immediate meditation. First, it's silent, just allowing myself to be in the space, feeling my space, feeling my soul and my presence in the space that I am in, like the environment.
Best advice ever given to you? Did somebody tell you something that resonates with you to this day and you remember it?
Well, I've been given a lot of great advice from really brilliant people over the years. But I think the one piece of advice that really holds true to all of the things that I like to teach is the fact that time is fleeting and we're all gonna die. It's not, it's not.
But your books are gonna live
on.
Past, that's important.
Yes.
That's why we love art.
Yes.
Because it lives forever.
Lives on.
Yes.
Yes.
Lives on.
And you can become immortal through your works.
Exactly. That's what I love.
Yes.
Yes.
But the fact that you are going to pass. And
who told you, who gave you this advice?
I don't remember. I probably read it in a book.
It was in a book.
Probably
That's what
was
I
a
want to
book.
say. You can also, it doesn't have to be a person that told you, like your grandmother. It can be something that you read.
Yeah.
But like your time is limited, and this
Yeah.
is not a dress rehearsal. You better start living your life as you like fully.
Yes.
Not like one day.
Yeah,
What
show
most people
up.
do. Show up every day.
Show
Yes.
up. And I haven't done a podcast in a while, and our friend Doug was setting this up and we were running late, and I was like, just reschedule it.
It is always the best when you show up when you don't want to.
Yes.
And you push yourself and you do it. I experienced this so many times. Even, I have to say this, I think it's going to bring happiness into the conversation. I was hosting American Reality TV Awards for actual television, and I was running late. It was, we had celebrities, at carpet. I was hosting the entire carpet with one earring. So I lost the earring somewhere.
Okay,
and the camera
Prince.
guy is like, you have only one earring. I was like, don't worry about it. Because it was Reality American TV Awards. And they actually loved it. We made so much fun from that fact that I have only one earring because it was reality TV. And they're all spontaneous. They love reality TV. So it's not scripted. That was the best thing that happened that night, that I had only one earring. It made everybody laugh. It was, people loved it. Because I was not pretending I have both earrings.
I know.
And my makeup artist was pregnant at that time. I didn't even have my eyelashes. And I was like, look, I don't even have my eyelashes. I'm hosting for television. It was the best thing ever. Like, seriously, when you share the things, because everybody can relate to that.
Yes.
Like, if you're trying to be perfect, you're going to be exhausted and you're never going to get anything done.
Yeah.
Because nothing's ever perfect.
Exactly. Just be
So
human.
Just show up and do it.
Yeah.
And it's so much better. I'm so glad that you came, actually.
me too.
Because I know that Douglas is traveling and
Yeah.
we would not be able to do it. I'm happy that,
I know.
that we are doing this. And if somebody feels stuck out there and they don't know what their purpose in life is, what advice would you give them? How can they feel something inside themselves and find that spot that is truly, uniquely theirs, and to follow that?
I would say, ask yourself this question. When was the last time you were truly, truly, truly happy? Like you weren't thinking about anything else. You were just in that moment, experiencing life for what it was. You literally had no other thought of doing anything else.
This is what we're looking for. We're looking the state of flow.
Yes.
When you don't feel time passing, you're doing it and you're one with it.
Yes.
Great advice.
Whenever you find that, lean into that because there's something deeper. There's something greater. You have to, maybe it's not specifically what you initially think, but there's something there. And then keep asking yourself more questions. Why does this make me feel this way? What about this makes me feel this way? Like with me, for instance, dance. I literally just stopped thinking. I was just in the moment. My body was just flowing and it just made me so happy. And it's like, especially when you do a very difficult dance and it takes a lot of exertion, you're exhausted after, but you feel like such a badass because you did it. Mm-hmm. And if you nailed it, the excitement from yourself and all of the people around you that like
You're affected
yes,
with that energy.
and your friends and the people that you dance with, it's just electric. So look for what makes you feel electric on the inside.
And passionate and
Yes.
really motivated to,
Yes.
to get up and do. Mhm.
And if you don't have anything like that in your life, try more things. Okay?
Try things. Yes, try something that scares you, something that you didn't do before. That is
Yes.
true. That's what we're looking for here. We don't want something that you think that you should be doing. We want something that you feel
Yes.
that you want to do.
That you can't live without.
That you literally are excited, you're happy. And I have to say this, even if you're doing something you're meant to do and it's your purpose, you're going to have challenging days, and it's not every day going to be, perfect. So you will, not always want to get out of the bed and just go and do it, but you will feel like it's bigger than you. You will feel like you're adding value in a certain way that is not just for yourself, it's actually for the well-being of all. I
Yes.
think that's when your purpose is.
Oh,
It's like
yes.
you're not just running some errands and living your life from a task to a task.
Yeah.
You actually have a glue that kind of
Yes.
puts it together, and then everything seems worth it.
100%.
And tell us, what is your definition of success?
I think, me personally, I believe that a really successful person is genuinely happy and satisfied with their life, whatever they're doing. So if they want to be a school teacher for the rest of their days and they love their day to day, they love those little kids.
So that fulfillment.
They're
This has to fulfillment.
fulfilled and they're happy. And what they do makes them happy. How they show up makes them happy. It's a part of their identity and they wouldn't trade it for the world. That's what I think is successful. Doesn't matter how much you make in the bank. I want to be wealthy someday. I want to accumulate wealth and abundance.
Financial abundance is
Yeah,
always
but that's
welcome.
my perspective of successful. Somebody else might not think that. I think that success is subjective.
That is
depending on-
absolutely true.
Yes.
You have your own definition.
Yes.
And everybody finds what works for them. So if you could leave our audience with a really powerful message today, what would that be?
I would like to say that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Whatever you want to do in this life, you can do it. You can find a way. Even like impossible things that you don't think is possible, you can find a way to make them possible. Like I'm speaking right now on this podcast with you, and
You didn't think that's possible.
no,
one hour
I
ago.
did.
But you're like, but let's do it tomorrow. Let's cancel it. Yeah.
It's just like you just have to believe. What you believe in becomes true to you.
That is so incredible. Thank you for sharing your story. Is there anything else that you would like to add that we didn't cover? Something that matters to you, it's very important to you, dear to your heart? But I love that you share that you can do really anything that you want, even if it seems out of reach right now in this moment. If you change your mindset, if you keep the faith and you keep showing up, you can really truly create anything in your life.
It's true.
This is what this show is about. And I always want to encourage our audience just to believe that change is possible.
Yes.
I think some people struggle with accepting that fact, and they struggle and they don't show up because they don't believe it's possible for them.
Yeah.
And actually it is. When you rewire your brain, when you train yourself to think differently, feel differently, show up differently, you can really create anything that you want.
Yeah.
It's really true. And there's so many people proving this
Yes.
over and over again and coming back and even stronger than before.
Yeah. I think evolution, life is about evolution. Like you're always evolving, you're always growing, you're always changing. I went from being bullied as a child to being like homecoming queen, and then I went from being a dancer to a part-time bartender. And now I'm a speaker and
An
author.
author.
You can
Wonderful.
do anything. You can change your life at any moment if you just want to.
And make that decision.
You have to make a decision and stop living like the past.
A victim and be a creator of your life.
Yes.
Be in charge of your life. And where our audience can find you on.
Yes, I am on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, mostly all the social medias at Vivian Ralena. So VIVIANRALENA.
Thank you so much, Vivian, for sharing your wonderful story with us. I'm so grateful for you.
I'm so grateful for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was such a wonderful, heartfelt episode, more coming from our hearts. And we always want to connect with our hearts. This is where our true selves are. And sometimes it's covered with different layers of different experiences and emotions. But we encourage you to really ask yourself, what do I want my life to be about? Not what other people are expecting from me, what my parents wanted from me, my spouse, what other people think. We want you to ask yourself, what do I think? What do I want? And this is your strength. This is where you're strong, where you're connected to that higher intelligence or God or your higher self. And this is where you will show up for yourself differently than just pleasing others and fulfilling their expectations. We want you to live in your truth. It's a challenging journey, but it's worth it. We love you. We are here with you on this path. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Hey everyone, I'm your host, Anna Lawson. You are watching To Live with Purpose.